time for talk is done, and NASA is about to clear up the mess Boeing left behind. After the catastrophic failure of the Starliner that left 2 astronauts stranded on the ISS, SpaceX has decided to step in and show the world how it's done, and they'll bring these 2 poor people back to Earth alongside Crew 9. However, even now, SpaceX has been met with a new challenge that threatens to jeopardize the planned flight. Now, to refresh your memory, in early June this year, 2 astronauts, Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore, have been left stranded in space after the test flight of the Boeing Starliner went wrong. The mission was initially supposed to last for a total of 8 days, commencing on the 5th of June, and with the planned return being set for the 14th of the same month. Unfortunately, the Starliner's thrusters started to malfunction as it was docking the ISS, which thankfully resulted in no casualties. However, it also meant that a timely return home wasn't possible. And because of that, for the next 3 months, both the capsule and the astronauts were left on the ISS, with no concise return date being set. The only thing that was said is that both will most likely remain on the ISS for the next 6 months at least. On the 5th of September though, Boeing managed to return the Starliner back home. However, this return was uncrewed, as there was of course a high possibility of an accident or a malfunction that could jeopardize the life of these 2 brave people. Suni and Butch were left in the same incertitude concerning their return home. And believe it or not, last week, Suni celebrated her 59th birthday on the ISS. Thankfully though, their uncertainty has finally been laid to rest thanks to SpaceX and the Crew 9. You see, Crew 9, which is the 9th operational NASA Commercial Crew Program flight, is set to launch on the 26th of September. This mission, which was initially planned to transport 4 crew members from the get-go, has been reduced to an initial 2-member crew, which would then be expanded to 4 people once Suni and Butch boarded. These 2 people are going to accompany NASA's Nick Hogg and Roscosmos's Alexander Gorbunov on their own journey in place of Zena Carman and Stephanie Wilson, who were the original crew members. The spacecraft of choice for this mission is the Dragon spacecraft, precisely Freedom, which was already the vessel for a couple of other spaceflights, including SpaceX's Crew 4. Suni and Butch are taking the role of the 2 mission specialists for Expedition 72, which will continue the extensive scientific research on the ISS, specifically focusing on biology, human physiology, physics, and material science. Over 200 scientific experiments will be carried out by Crew 9, and the ISS's facilities will also be upgraded. And because Williams and Wilmore are already practically accustomed to the ISS, seeing how it has been their home for nearly 4 months now, they will be the perfect addition to the team and will increase the effectiveness of it entirely. In addition to that, Sunita Williams has officially taken over as the commander of the ISS, which is terrific news, and it will only amplify the effectiveness of the team once Crew 9 docks. Initially, this mission was set to happen on the 18th of August. However, due to the fact that, at the time, the Boeing Starliner was yet to return to Earth, and due to the fact that NASA still didn't know the extent of the condition of the spacecraft, it was delayed for over a month, and the launch is set to commence on the 26th of September. However, all is not good, as SpaceX just encountered a huge setback that jeopardized the launch date. In the past few days, everybody was exhilarated with the fact that Suni and Butch will have been saved by Crew 9. However, most recent information that we've acquired is the fact that the launch was postponed. NASA, SpaceX, and their international partners have finished the flight readiness review, and the info they've got has shown us that the tropical cyclone 9 might endanger the entire operation. Despite the Crew 9 itself being ready for launch by all accounts, this cyclone is a massive safety hazard because of which the flight altogether might get set back once again. However, this delay will not be as impactful as the previous one because this is an external issue and it will be resolved once the cyclone moves away, meaning that the delay will have virtually no impact on the grand scheme of things. With that in mind, we have to ask one question. When will Suni and Butch return home? Well, even if there was no delay, both Suni and Dutch would return home in early 2025, as the Crew 9 mission is planned to last 5 months, or precisely speaking, 150 days. The exact date is set to be the 10th of February 2025, however, with the possible delay, you'll have to add a few days atop of that. This means that Butch too will celebrate his birthday on the ISS as he was born in late December. As a result, these two will remain on the ISS for the entirety of the year and the better part of the first quarter of 2025. However, even with that in mind, it's nice to see that these two people will now at least have a purpose, and it's good to know that they'll finally have a concise and concrete return date and will not be left in the dark in this regard. Overall, we are so glad that SpaceX will once again be the backbone for exploring space, and with a resolution to a situation like this one, you can rest assured knowing that Boeing will most certainly be put to rest eventually, at least when it comes down to space exploration. In our opinion, this is good riddance, as they have been the stain in both the world of airplanes and the world of space exploration for long enough, and it's high time someone put them in their place. Now, on that bombshell, tell us what you think about Boeing and the whole Starliner fiasco, and tell us what do you think about SpaceX's Crew 9 rescue. Is this a good call? Additionally, if you do not exactly know what we're talking about, be sure to check out this video.